with every good finding, there must be thorough research. Now, we can Google any part of rosemary and its family, lavender, basil, and all of that, the mint family, right? So at my home, after the hurricane, these lavenders just appeared, and the flower is so tiny. I said, oh, why lavender? And I picked a few flowers, did it under my chin here, and it's always like a light bulb kind of thing. Yeah. So at first, remember, I experienced doing the green gunk, right? I stooled green gunk. Now, normally we could have plaquing at the brain, but that gunk, I was curious because it was such a large amount, so it could not have only come from the brain. So I said some of that must have come from my lungs, and apparently must have come from my gallbladder, which is, situated around your spine, somewhere around there, right? So on event of having that little tango and roughing up my body, right, I did feel like something dropped from my breast, right? Within a week or so, or 2 weeks, there were lumps underneath my armpits. I assumed, because I did not rest it well, that it was an abscess, because that is common, right? It looked swollen, it looked like it was giving a head, and it was funny to me still. So the first medication that the doctor had given to me, the diclofenac, right? Remember I said I didn't take it the way I was supposed to. Besides the fact of my phone, the time is like an hour in front and an hour behind, and sometimes you're on the right time and stuff like that. I said, oh, I'll do a repeat of that instead of doing like the ibuprofen that she prescribed. But when I did the diclofenac, I saw that my ankles swollen. I said I must be allergic to this medication. So I did not take any more of it, right? So I probably had like 1 dose of it or so. And I just had the pills there. But within session of a year of doing the green gunk, I also related that I stooled these dandelion, cottony, soft, transparent, white stuff, and I was telling you that's the cancer, because Holy Spirit telling me that's the cancer in the toilet there, right? So I might have pooped some out, but I didn't poop all out. And I first had the clove, the rosemary oil, and the sage, and all of that mixed in, and that's what I was rubbing with. So I thought it was just a chip in my knee when I actually broke the knee, right? Okay, so we going on, and I stopped using any oils or anything for a while, because you're not sure what's happening, and you don't have any technology to really do the tests that you need to, how you need to. So I just let it slide like that and keep monitoring and stuff. And after using the EJ's pain relieving lotion, where you have the ginger, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, the rosemary oil, the pimento oil inside of there, you have lavender oil in there, you have sulfur, and much more that is on point. The neem, right, that's antibacterial, right, and fungal at the same time, right? And basically, neem is a high concentration of vitamin E, right? So it is a deficiency with cancer, just like AIDS. And like I say, there are so much pathogens out there, and pathogens mean now it's pathological, it's following a trend, it's psycho. Yes, psycho diseases, yeah. And so, right, as I've been using the rosemary oil mixture for this last week past here, this morning, oh, yeah, can't forget adding the sugar. Yeah, that last week that went there, I loaded up on sugar, and I saw that to the way that it was melted down, it just like kind of came up back. And then when I had applied the nutmeg, I saw that it split it in three. But then when I continued back with the rosemary mixture, I saw like it was kind of clumping back together. It was attracting back the others to itself, the main guy, right? This morning, as usual, oh yeah, so I added again I boosted up now the rosemary oil with some neem oil and clove oil, and it just melted away. If you look underneath my shirt, right, there isn't any deposit or so there, but right now it's just like my normal body back there. It's a little bit painful, you know, it's on its last flow out, but yes. So with research like this, and I mean, if you put a little technology into it and more, you know, thorough, you would see exactly what it is. So the reason why my body was not taking that medication is because it wasn't the right medication for what was actually going on with me, right? So I didn't do any blood tests, so it couldn't say, well, if it was cancer or if it was water, you understand me? So we gotta love ourselves, we gotta take care of ourselves, and sometimes we also got to get in there, read and do the research and try something ourselves. Life is worth living. So from the Carenage, Grenada, St. George, this is a special moment.